This has been a tremendous day, rich in discussion, content, and also diversity of views. And on a Friday afternoon, so many of you have chosen to stay with us for the whole day. I really appreciate your level of interest and level of engagement. All I can say is that Tao was talking about culture, Charles was talking about samba. I think the quality of the discussion has improved dramatically, from macroeconomics to movies and film stars and food, soccer, and so definitely we have we end the conference on a very high note. Anytime when we end the conference on a cultural note, by definition, is a high note rather than a low note. Let me just say that when we first talked about having this conference in Brazil, we decided to have it as an inaugural conference on Latin America and China. And we said to each other that depending how the conference is going to go, we're going to think about whether or not to hold a second conference in China a year from now. And so I'm going to take this idea back to my colleagues and to Roberto, to Don, to Valerie, and to others, and also with our Chinese colleagues in China. I think there's a case to be made to have a regular forum to discuss these issues, to provide opportunities for both Chinese business people, Chinese academics to interact with business people from the region, academic and policymakers from the region. So let me end by doing what my colleague Roberto did, basically, which is thanking everybody. So let me first thank the sponsors, HSBC, for the generous support, TAM Airlines, Itaú Bank, MIT Sloan Latin American office in Santiago, Chile, which in turn is supported by many of our close friends in Latin America. We also want to thank Exame, the magazine, and as well as MIT Sloan Management Review. Let me also make sure to thank my colleagues, because they are too modest to take credit for this success or for the successful conference. Let me first thank David Capellucco, who has been working so hard on this conference from the very beginning. And Stu, where's Stu, master of ceremony and conceptualizer of many of the ideas that have gone into the conference. Julie Strong, who has really provided unbelievable support from day one, from her office in San Diego, making connections to the Latin American business community, academic community. Julie, thank you so much. Angie Brown, who has made life so much easier for all of us, who has handled all these difficult challenges. Last but not the least, Sandone, our proud Brazilian colleague, and who not only handles the logistics, but who also reached out to the business community in this country. And magically, he got a visa for me from the Brazilian consulate, like within 24 hours. And I have no idea how he did it. Obviously, I want to thank my colleagues, Don and Valerie, Roberto, who has left. And I also want to thank my Chinese colleagues, Tao, and Dean Xu, and Professor Bai, and Professor Sun, and Director Gao. And obviously, thanks also go to the panelists from the region. There are too many for me to name all of them here. And but we very much hope to see some of you next year in China. Thank you so much. Thank you.